What do you have? So you know, you come out here talking about big black women, and then you talk about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like, so you don't like what? How am I supposed to feel about you? What do you have against big black women?
Oh, Lord, this nigga gonna get canceled before he even happened.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Back at you with another reaction video. And today we're going to be taking a little trip back in time and going down memory lane. It's a little over a year ago. I'm going to go back and watch my appearance on Kill Tony. Now, if you've ever wondered what it's like being on the show, or just kind of the ins and outs, stay tuned, check out the video. So I've been a big fan of the show. I started watching the show probably around 2017. I would listen to it a lot on earbuds at work and stuff like that. So the show's really grown, and it's good to see because the product's amazing. And yeah. So let's dive into it. This is episode 552 with Punkie Johnson and Dicey and Jet Ski.
Pulling another name out of this bucket. We having fun out there?
It's weird. I remember this whole day. I pretty much remember everything from this whole entire day. This was one of the South by Southwest episodes. And I just remember it being super freaking hot. And I lived about 10 minutes south of downtown Austin. And Austin just gets during South. Austin's always lit in general, but during South by Southwest, it's just a whole nother ball game. And I remember taking an Uber, trying to get, and I hadn't been doing stand-up for very long. So I was very green. I'd been to Kill Tony many times. It's weird to see how big the show's gotten, that it's basically impossible to get tickets nowadays. Because I used to go sign up pretty much every week. I mean, I've signed up. I can't tell you how many times I've signed up for this show. But then sometimes I wouldn't feel like standing in the holding area. So back when they did it at the Vulcan, sometimes they'll get a shot. They'll show the comedians. They put you in these little cattle cars, and they don't give you like, there's no water, and like you're not allowed to go through the venue to go to the bathroom or anything like that. They kind of just herd you in there. And I just remember that day it was super hot. And I went to a couple, and this I think was either this might have been the last one that they shot during South by Southwest, which was just like 4 shows back to back. And so I knew, so the night before was Freddie Gibbs. And I don't know what it was. I just kind of knew. I remember being at my apartment and be like, should I go to another Kill Tony? Because the Freddie Gibbs one, and Joe Rogan, like there's basically nobody there. I think I have a really good chance of getting pulled because every night there'd be less and less people because there were other, usually Kill Tony's on a Monday, and the comics in Austin, you kind of have your schedule, all the mics planned out. And so I think there was like a creek in the cake, or something was going on this Thursday whenever this was being filmed. So there weren't a lot of comics. And I just kind of knew. And so I went down. I remember just being super hot. And yeah, I remember, yeah. Let's get into it.
Make some noise for Rodney Smith. Here we go, Rodney.
And a little behind this, I had to shit really bad. That's why I brought up the bath, because I got there. Because I was kind of in a hurry to get down there because I knew the traffic was going to be super bad. And I really had to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
They probably thought I was going to be black.
Here he is, everybody.
And I've always wondered, when this first came out, I don't know how, I don't know how much they set things up. You know what I mean? So when you sign up for the show, you put your name down, and then you put your social media handles. So I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, and I know Hans, like I've partied at his house and stuff like that.
Now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe anybody feels the way I do about you now.
And so before the venue, I was briefly talking with Hans. And I don't know if he told Tony hey, have this dumbass come on, this would be a good guy to rip up or something. I just knew I was going to get pulled. But so they're calling me, and they're all looking at a phone. They're looking at something. So I'm wondering if they're looking at my Instagram and they're seeing a bunch of, they kind of knew like what the material was going to be. And I had, so this set, you know, you don't know who the guest is going to be. And so I wrote my set and I didn't know as soon as I saw who the guests were. I was, because I've seen Punkie on SNL, and SNL is just like bottom of the barrel fucking comedy, you know? And so when I saw who the guests were and I knew what my set was, I was like, oh man, should I rewrite it? But I thought, I was like, okay, I can either try to do a set that I know probably isn't going to go over well with these guests, or change it up and take the risks of not remembering my material, you know? So I decided to just stick with it and say screw it and dive in. But yeah, I always wondered if they saw this and they kind of made up their mind, okay, we're going to hate this guy. Because if you went to my Instagram at the time, I was saying a lot of just, you know, we were fresh. I was making fun of, you know, a lot of things that were very sensitive at the time.
Rodney Smith.
How's it going? All right, I think they should reserve the pronouns they, them for fat people and not the mentally ill.
The groan. I remember hearing when you hear that one guy go, woo. I remember it was just such a relief. Because the show had been very, it had a weird mood. You could tell that, like I said, you could tell that Tony and Redban were kind of worn out, and the guests being who they are. I'm not going to lie, my barber did me super dirty. So I was really relieved when I heard that first guy just laugh at how fucked up that joke was.
It's only gonna get worse, okay? So if you didn't like that one.
That was a mistake. I should have just let it breathe. I was very green. Yeah.
Lizzo is a queen?
Yes.
Burger Queen?
Look, everybody waited. You know, everybody's like, and then they waited until the black lady starts laughing, and then they started laughing.
They told me I'm way too scrawny to make that joke, and
See, I should have let it breathe. Look, she's fucking cracking up, and I should have let it
I
breathe.
said never make a joke about somebody unless you've walked a mile in their shoes, but let's be honest, Lizzo's never walked a mile in her own shoes, so I can get away with that shit. I'm newly single, so I've been vigorously trying to get...
See, this is where I get suspicious, because look at Tony says under his breath, he says shit. It's like he wanted, it's like, oh, you know what's crazy? I actually saw, so I was walking to kill Tony, and then there was a food truck behind the venue, and there were Tony, William, and I think David Lucas. I don't think Hans was there. Maybe Hans was there. Maybe that's when Hans said, oh, I know this guy. That's his name is blah, blah, blah. But so Tony was getting some food from the food truck, and I'd met Tony before. So I'd met Tony at like, I think it was I met Tony at the Creek and Cave one night. I met like Danny Brown and shit. Danny Brown was so fucked up. It was hilarious. Cause I was like, Danny Brown, how's it going? He's like, oh dude, how you been? Like he thought we knew each other, but he was just being super nice. He was all sorts of fucked up. And Tony was really, like I said, he was very, very, very nice when I met him. But so then I saw him and I wasn't expecting him to remember me or anything, but when I saw him then at the food truck, I was just like, hey, Tony, be sure to call my name tonight. And he was like, oh, yeah, really? Like, he gave like a very, like, and I was like, oh, my bad, dude. You know, he kind of just wrote me off as a complete dumbass for saying that. And I was kind of like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that. And so that's where I kind of have this conspiracy where he wanted to get me on there and just fucking cook me. Because you could see the set's going okay. I'm not saying it's like the greatest set ever, but the set's going okay. And then look at Tony's, he's like, shit. Because I think he like was hoping I would just absolutely bomb. Because I think he had it out for me. See, look at his face.
I'm newly single, so I've been vigorously trying to get my dick sucked in Texas. And guys, I think I've cracked the code, so pay attention. When you meet a woman, you don't want to pursue her way too much right off the bat. You want to keep things short and sweet. The key is do not be short and sweet. All right, thank you.
That one bombed.
All right, Rodney Smith coming in.
You tell her, she's like, oh, fuck. The tension in the room. Like, Punkie just made the room. There was so much, there was just so much fear in the room that somebody would say the wrong thing. And it was just so, I was very annoyed by that because usually you go to kill Tony and it was like one of the last places where you can just go and just throw some wild shit out there.
In guns a-blazing, book in hand, pen on the book.
Look at her face. She's appalled. Redban, yeah, he's, you know, yeah. Let's get into it.
Now you sit your book down.
Yes, sir. I don't need
So he didn't know what to do with me.
it.
You don't
Thankfully.
use that book for interviews at all.
No.
How's it going, Rodney?
I'm good, man. I'm kind of nervous. It's weird. I don't really get nervous, but you know.
Makes sense. It's a big, really, really big deal to be on this show.
Yeah, no, I.
You didn't know it was going to happen, but there was a chance it was going to happen, and now it's happening, and anything can happen. And you're in that
I just shit so bad, dude.
moment right now. But if you think about it too much, it'll freak you out, so don't think about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, how long you been on stand-up?
Look at Punky can't even look at me. She's like, oh, this fucking white demon.
I just started about 2 weeks ago taking it seriously.
Wow, that's
So I mean, I've been doing it for longer. I shouldn't have said that. I should have, you know, because I've been dabbling with it for about a year. But it was 2 weeks of where I just go every night, at least once every night. I'd get on stage, no matter what. So that was what I meant. I was taking it seriously.
great. Congratulations. Welcome. Very cool. What made you want to start this?
I've been making memes and doing music and stuff like that, so I just kind of, you know, I was tired of being a meme lord and getting called.
The thing, so after you do your set, what people gotta understand, after when you get your, because like I said, you get herded into this small area where you're standing shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of people, and then it's hot as hell that day, and then they call your name, and you get this adrenaline rush, right? There's just this absolute adrenaline spike. You're in front of all these people, you know, fucking 1 million people are gonna see this on the internet, and you do your jokes, and then when it's over, you're just like, whew. And then like the actual hard part begins. So it's like you're so exhausted after the high of getting pulled and then getting your jokes off. I was just so like, I just wanted to, I was in no mood. Like my social batteries were drained at this point. I was just like, okay, I did my set. I'm ready to go now. And that's why I think Casey Rocket doesn't do a lot of Kill Tony. Because probably the interview part doesn't really seem up his alley. He's a real nice guy, by the way. He's like one of the nice people in the world.
Pussy online, so
Right. Now you want to be called a pussy right here to your face. Hell yeah. There's a lot of bullies here tonight.
Did you have any like famous memes that we might know?
I did. I've had a lot of viral memes, and I sound like such a douchebag bragging about that because it's such a loser thing.
Yep.
But, I made the one, maybe you saw it. It was of Joe Biden's face, and it said, me at the grocery store. I don't need to write this down. And then it had Joe Biden's face, and it went super viral. Like a lot of famous people reposted it.
Like who? It's your meme, you know exactly what famous
Donald
people.
Trump Jr. reposted it. He actually follows me.
Wow.
Oh, come on. This is Texas. Grow some balls.
I mean,
Don't
y'all
fuck this place up.
I can totally see why they would hate me because, you know, this show is very notorious for, you know, people that live in their cars and shit like that coming on there, or people with disabilities and such things. Yeah, I wish I would have kind of, I can tell I come across a little arrogant, which I just wasn't in the mood to get bullied by fucking an SNL person and somebody like I'd never even heard about.
Up to, all right? Shut up.
You know, you got these dumb, yeah.
After he did that, did you go to your doctor and have plastic surgery to look like him?
Like me very much.
That'd be nice, man. I'd like some of that Trump money. I feel bad turning my back towards you.
Thank you.
Wow.
What up, Jet
So
Ski?
much
First
respect.
person. I'm just staring at everybody's sweaty
Yeah,
backs
sorry
all
about
night.
that.
Incredible. So let's talk about it, Rodney. What do you do for work?
I used to be an aerospace mechanic, but then I got arthritis, and then
Pussy.
Turn your ideas into videos. Go to artlist.io and get everything you need all in one.
no, so now I work in finance. So I read a bunch of finance books, and I applied, and
See, I did everything wrong you could possibly do. I made, it's funny because this clip, I remember a friend of mine, his girlfriend, she saw this clip and she was like, why would he make those jokes in front of black women and a gay guy? But yeah, I've pretty much, I get, it's hard because this show's bread and butter is kind of looking for things to exploit people on. And I feel like they really wanted me to fail. And for the fact it's like, okay, well, I got a decent job. Like, I don't live in my car. Like, my set went okay. I feel like I didn't really give them, besides being kind of just like arrogant, I did, which is enough reason to hate on somebody, but I didn't really give them room to bring me down. I gave them reason to shit on me, but I didn't give an opening to like get. And I think it almost kind of frustrated them.
How old
Tall
were you?
and white.
How the fuck did you get arthritis? What's up?
I just, like, my immune system just went whack, and I just started getting, like, stiff joints and shit, and it was, yeah.
Stiff
But-
joints and shit.
Yeah, so now I'm good, though.
What happened? What changed?
They put me on some medicine initially, and luckily I'm young enough to where, so when old people get arthritis, they're all old and fucked up with their immune system.
Yeah.
But so if you catch it when you're young enough and you kind of kick it in the ass, you can kind of.
Wow. How old
Yeah.
are you?
I'm 32.
32.
Yeah.
Okay. What is this? Oh, you're just playing the streets of Philadelphia because Redban thinks that arthritis and AIDS are the same thing. Everybody, you're wondering what's happening here. It's because Redban is uneducated in unbelievable ways. Perfect reference. Everyone will get the AIDS song is for the arthritis guy.
My immune system's not that good.
You know you're a pussy when Redban's roasting you about your health. Specifically about your immune system. Look at this fucking...
No, he said that.
And I regret it.
And I regret it. Rodney, welcome. What do you like to do for fun?
I'm kind of on my hardo shit right now.
What's that? What is that?
Where I listen to, like, Joe Rogan tell me to work out every morning and over videos of him kicking bags and shit like that.
Hell yeah.
Look at her, dude. D-Madness covering his ears.
So what do? You work out sometimes?
Yeah, I started. I know I'm scrawny, but, so I've been working out, just trying to get healthy again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, like, I was really dealing with some serious autoimmune shit. I should have leaned into that more. I probably would have gotten a golden ticket if I would have said I'm fucking disabled or something.
Dear me.
What's that? Deer meat, yes.
You're like lacking confidence. You know what? I'm gonna have Punky eat your pussy. We're gonna make you a man.
Oh yeah, Tony. I fuck with Tony. Tony's a cool guy, and I understand that he has to have, like I said, when I met him in the wild, he was super nice, and he has to have a certain persona on this show. But he doesn't like it. You kind of notice this pattern. He doesn't like it when men who come on I've seen plenty. I'm not even saying that I fit in this category, okay? But I probably do. If there's like straight males that do relatively well as far as what the jokes, I feel like Tony almost gets like, he doesn't like not being, he kind of surrounds himself with people that he can push around and stuff like that. I don't think he likes not being in full control of things. I don't know if I'm explaining that well. Basically, he doesn't. If you're like just a straight normal guy and you come on the show, he's not a big fan of it. Yeah.
Today.
I mean, Tony, it's gonna cost. It's not free.
She's going to eat your pussy so hard that a dick is gonna appear after it's all over. She's going to suck you inside out to fucking make a man out of you, dude.
It is what it is. I mean, I'm really new to stand-up, so this is the first time I've ever been in front of a crowd. It's usually just other disgruntled open mic comedians just staring at me like I'm some crazy right-winger.
Right,
So-
now there's just a bunch of normal audience,
Yeah,
paying
staring at you the
audience
same
members
way.
thinking you're a crazy right-winger.
But
Sure,
what
that's
can
cool.
I ask him a question?
Yeah, where were you on January 3rd? No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Ask
He's
your
an
question.
insurrectionist. Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
The thing, Tony's a huge Trump supporter. Okay, so I guarantee you, if this would have been fucking Freddie Gibbs and Joe Rogan again or something like that, this would have gone way different.
Say, what do you have? So you know you come out here talking about big black women, and then you talk about Donald Trump. Like, so you don't like what? How am I supposed to feel about you?
What's
that?
I was so exhausted, dude. At this point, like I was like, I'm so over you people. Like I'm so good. Like it's just the whole. Like I said, I've been to countless Kill Tonys, and usually it's like a fun. At this point, I was just so like, I was just exhausted, you know. Yeah.
Where does that leave me?
Don't make us come up there and give you
Where
a
does that leave?
motherfucking
Like,
Oreo sandwich.
what do you have against big black women?
I got nothing
Oh God, what a like.
against big black women, but you know, a joke's a joke.
Oh, Lord, this nigga gonna get canceled before he even happened. He's crazy. He's out.
All right. President Trump, get out of here. He's trying to call in.
Yeah, Punky, a joke is a joke, and I stand by that. I don't understand what you're so hot about, dude. You're fucking whack.
A joke's a joke. Yeah, he's.
Only you can pull that off.
I know.
Motherfucker.
I know. This guy's a fucking piece of shit. So Rodney, what else? Tell us something cool about.
See, he's upset that he can't just fucking bully somebody.
We've learned that you have a weak immune system, that you're a huge pussy, and the arthritis. Give us a redeeming quality. Like there must be something cool in some way that you do something.
I remember at this moment I was like, do I just remember like really rolled in my head like, okay, I got to make a decision. Do I just say no and get on with my day, or which I chose to do the latter.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck. We are doing this. You tell when Michael Gonzalez comes back from consciousness. You're gonna have to tell him what beat you want, because we absolutely. Can you rap to the streets of Philadelphia?
I'd rather not. Am I gonna get a drum beat, or is that all right?
Okay, yeah, get it out of here.
Can I just get like a?
Matt's insisting that it's. We do have it looped. Redban has looped it, so technically, if you have any rap skills, you can rap to this.
I was so sad because I was like, man, I wanted to jam with the band, but
All right, fuck it. Yeah. Just about the point where you can't deny it. Might not let my face, but you still be violent. And you don't gotta like me now, why stop trying? Yeah, I'm already paid, this a passion project.
Yeah.
Never really got in trouble growing up, even though WoW was the worst
see, look, he's pissed. He's like, oh, he's not failing at this either.
one. But now I'm on the internet blowing up, and bitches really love me like blowing blunts. I like it though when she ain't hard to get, cause I'ma be hard to reach after I hit. And I ain't really shit, yeah, it's not a secret. And I don't like to brag, just for modest reasons. And I can make slaps with sticks and pans. And I can push a coupe in the rain in Japan. And I can make your boo say, ooh, goddamn. And make it split mine.
What are you laughing about, Dicey?
Got a man. If she cheat on him, then she cheat on
All
you.
right, stop,
Don't
stop,
trust
stop,
that
stop,
bitch.
stop.
That beat sucked ass, dude.
Tony.
That beat was fucking terrible.
I think
gotta
you
give
did
me
good.
something for
I
that.
think you did good.
That was great.
Oh, they clapping
I
for that
think
shit?
you did a lot better than I thought you.
Look, are they clapping for that shit? Shut the fuck up, Punky. I'm getting pissed all over again watching this.
Are y'all clapping for that shit? That wasn't rap. That was fucking country music.
Well, what am I supposed to rap about, Punky? Am I supposed to rap about toting Glocks and selling crack and doing shit I don't do? No.
Are you fucking serious?
Come on, you're not gonna give me anything for that beat, for the shit that I got accused of being.
You could have at least fucking rhymed gingivitis with arthritis or something like that. We wanted to hear something
Y'all
true to
clapping
you.
for that shit?
That was.
Yeah, man, a joke's a joke, a beat's a beat.
Hey.
The jet ski is here. Rodney, thank you for rapping for us. Thank you for coming up. It's good to get all different shapes and sizes of people up here. Welcome to stand-up comedy.
Definitely.
You seem happy about it. Congratulations. We'll see you in the future.
Thank you so much.
Rodney Smith.
See, like,
You know what?
see, that was a sincere moment right there. Like you could tell, you know, Tony's a nice guy. He's a good dude, and you could tell that he kind of had to do what was best for the show, which was shitting on me. So I'm not really upset about it. I really, really, really wish. I mean, at the same time, it's kind of you know, you turn the negatives into positive things. So it's kind of like, you know, the fact I'm even making this video, I'm trying to exploit the notorious aspect of Punky being the worst guest ever. Of, you know, I'm trying to turn the negatives into a positive, but I really wish I could have had a more in the moment positive experience of where I had more like artistic freedom to talk the shit I wanted to talk. But it was still a great experience. Like I said, I love this show. Kill Tony is a great show. I love Tony and Redban. I hope they keep doing this show for a long, long, long time. And I really appreciate what they're doing for the like, people don't really realize, you know, the best thing you can do is make like mutually beneficial things, right? So they're making a living off doing this show, which is very well produced. And even the things that aren't well produced about it kind of give it its flavor, you know? Like the imperfections make it great, in my opinion. And these guys really, they do a lot for comedians and the comedy scene. And this is really a vehicle that is really put on a lot of people. So I think it's great. Like I said, I love Kill Tony. I have nothing bad to say about Tony and Redban, all these guys. Fuck Punky. Nah, she's whatever, dude. Yeah. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll let you know to the best of my ability of, you know, the ins and outs. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Till next time.